Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. One of the more popular PSA registry sets to go after is the post-war Hall of Fame rookie card collection. Now, being fairly new to building my vintage baseball card collection, I'm way down on the list. I do have 20 of the rookie cards on that list in PSA slabs. I do have other cards as well on that list, some of the more modern rookie cards, but they're not graded. So what I thought I'd do in this video is show off the 20 PSA graded cards that I have that are on the post-war Hall of Fame rookie card PSA registry. So let's turn the camera around and check them out. All right, I'm going to show these off in chronological order, starting with the oldest rookie cards to the newest rookie cards that I have. So starting off is the 1948 Bowman Warren Spahn, picked up at this year's National. It's in a PSA 3. Really clean card, fairly well centered. It just has corner issues, no creasing through the main part of the card. So really like this low grade example of the Warren Spahn rookie card. Next we have the 1955 Topps Harmon Killebrew. Picked this one off of eBay. This is in a PSA 3.5. Again, it has its issues. It is a low grade copy, but for a 3.5, looks pretty clean. Love the centering on it. And there is the back. Next, this is a card that I've had in my collection for a very long time. It's the 57 Topps Frank Robinson in a PSA 5. Obviously, it is off-center, left to right. This was very early on in just picking up a few vintage cards at the time. And this was before I was so particular in terms of the centering. But still a pretty nice example there of the Frank Robinson rookie card. Here's the back. This one I picked up ungraded from my local card shop, and at the time sent it into PSA for grading. Next, this is a national pickup from I want to say 2019 possibly. 2021, I forget. I have to look through my notes. The Koryastrzewski rookie card in a PSA 5. What I like about this is it's fairly clean. A lot of his rookie cards, you have normally down at the bottom here, right above his name, you tend to get some ink smudges, some black ink smudges. This is pretty clear of that. You can see some up by the Sport magazine. It's not completely clean, but fairly well centered. Nice PSA 5 example, and here is the back. Next, another 2023 national acquisition, the Juan Marshall rookie card in a 3.5. Couldn't pass this up once I saw it. Love the centering. Again, corner issues do not bother me. The overall card and the image free of any creasing, good registration, and I couldn't beat the deal that I got on it. So loved to add that to my collection, and here is the back. Nice and clean as well. Next, I think this was another 2023 national pickup, the Joe Morgan rookie card in a PSA 5. Love the centering on that, and the the nice dark blue background. A lot of these 65s, I'm not sure, maybe the next card here that I'm going to show may not be as crisp, but the backs of some of these 65s tend to fade a little bit, and it becomes a lighter blue. But this is nice and bold. And the next one is, this one is a 21 or 22, 21 possibly, no, maybe, Steve Carlton rookie card. And this is a 4. I remember the seller had a PSA 5, and it wasn't as well centered as this PSA 4. So this one cost me less money, and it was a better centered card. So did well on that. As you can see, the back here, it's blue, but it's not as dark. But the Steve Carlton rookie card. Next, we have the Jim Palmer rookie card from 1966 Topps. This one's only in a PSA 4. Looking back, I may have been able to afford a PSA 5 at least. But again, the number grade wasn't as important to me. 66s are really hard to find well centered. And when I saw this PSA 4, it may not be perfectly centered, but it is darn close. And obviously you have those corner issues, which bring it down to a PSA 4, but that's fine with me. Don't really care that it's a 4 from a 1966 set. Because of the well centering. And there's the back. Next, another card very early on from when I started back up here, really started concentrating on my vintage collection, is the Carlton Fisk. Knowing where the prices are in this, PSA 5, I didn't pay much for it at all. Probably could have bought a higher grade copy. Looking back, spent another maybe $20-$30. Maybe gotten at least a 6, if not a 7. But again, I was looking at budget purchases and cards that were well centered, and this fit the bill. Again, you get some corner issues there, but all in all, a clean card of the Carlton Fisk rookie. There's the back. And the next one on this group here of the first 10 is the Robin Yount rookie card. This is one that I looked at for several years. I remember contemplating picking one up at one of the nationals. The centering was just a little off. The price, was a little bit higher than I wanted to pay. I'm sort of glad I passed on it. I think it may have been a PSA 6 as well. Again, this is one where I really didn't feel I needed to pay more to get a 7 when I found this copy. 75s, you often get some of those fish eyes. This one is free of that. A really clean front there and well centered. Maybe a little off top to bottom, but on the 75s, it doesn't bother me as much. And there's the back as well, and the back is well centered as well. So I'm very happy with the fact that it's just a 6 because it has great eye appeal. All right, there's the first 10. So the next 10, again, we're getting into slightly more modern cards. This was a big national pickup for me. And oh gosh, I get the Atlantic City and Chicago ones confused. It may have been 2021 in Chicago. I think I did a combo purchase with this and the 53 Bowman P. Reese from the same dealer and got a pretty good deal. It is off center a little bit left to right, but a PSA 7. Again, minus the fish eyes. That was the one thing that I definitely would, the George Brett rookie here, wanted to avoid. And man, that green and purple are just nice and solid and so bright. I've seen other copies where, again, the colors aren't as deep or vibrant. So I really like this copy. And there's the back. Again, you get that little off-centering a little bit left to right like the front, but overall a nice, clean, well-looking copy of the George Brett rookie card. So we'll put that one over here. Next is from 1976, the Dennis Eckersley rookie card. This was, again, a fairly inexpensive rookie card to pick up, especially in a PSA 6. Again, it's well centered, good enough for me. The back is a little bit off, but again, it was sort of a budget purchase. This was one that I had fairly early on from building my current vintage collection, and just checked all the boxes, and overall nice copy of the Dennis Eckersley rookie card. Next one, this one was a little bit harder for me to find, both with the centering and price point, and so I found this PSA 6 of the Bruce Sutter rookie card from 77 Topps. Some of these 77s, man, they're just so hard to find well centered, and I finally found one here in again, PSA 6, but for me it was the centering and an affordable price for the grade that it was assigned, and finally was able to pull the trigger on this. I'd been looking for this one for quite some time. There we go there. Here's another one from 77 Topps. Again, same issue. I ended up buying this PSA 5, but it's because of the centering. I had looked at higher grade copies, and either off center, left to right, top to bottom, just it didn't appeal to me from looking at the card, and found this PSA 5. And I was like, okay, that works for me. Well centered on the back as well. So again, in terms of value, PSA 5, Andre Dawson's not worth that much, but it really wasn't about the value. I just wanted the Andre Dawson rookie card in a well-centered copy. Next, we have the Eddie Murray rookie from 1978 Topps, my favorite all-time vintage set. This was one of those cards, again, really hard to find, well-centered. I think I did fairly well with this PSA 6. Again, this was somewhat early on. I didn't have a lot of money, or didn't want to save up a whole lot to get Eddie Murray, and I think even the 7s are still over $100. I think. So this may be a card someday that I decide to upgrade, maybe get one a little bit better centered. Would most likely have to go up to a PSA 7 maybe to get a little bit better centering, but you never know. And there is the back. Definitely in better condition than the ungraded copy I have from when I was a kid, because unfortunately that was one of my 78s and 79s that I had that I won't go into the story, but had some water damage. So if I were to send that copy in for PSA grading, maybe a 2, just because it has a little bit of waves to it, and it'd get dinged for the surface. And next one here, we have the Jack Morris rookie card in a PSA 8. With these 78 multiplayer rookie cards, usually down at the bottom with the rookie pictures, again, you get some of that black ink roll. This one is free of that. Not a very valuable or expensive rookie card. Jack Morris, in terms of the Hall of Fame rookie cards, is toward the bottom of the list there in terms of price, even for a PSA 8, but there you go. And next is the only rookie card to feature 2 Hall of Famers, the Paul Molitor, Alan Trammell. This one, just like the Eddie Murray, obviously this card and the Eddie Murray are the two most expensive in terms of rookie cards, and also suffer from centering issues. This one I picked up again because if you've been looking at this card, you'll notice again down at the rookie shortstops, you get a lot of them have ink blotches down there. This is clean of that. This may be another card, just because it's the 78 set, that I may decide to upgrade, if not number grade, a better centered copy. But there you have that. We're down to the last few here. 79 Topps. Ozzie Smith rookie. Another card that is really hard to find well centered. You normally get about a diamond centering with the 79 Ozzie Smiths. This one, again, it wasn't so much the grade. It was trying to find a well centered copy. And once you do get up to the sevens, they can get pretty pricey. So found this PSA 5, and it's good for me. I don't know if I'm ever going to upgrade this just to get a higher number grade. This one is well centered for my tastes, so I'm fine with that. There's the back. Two more here. This one I remember Mike Baseball Collector, when I was telling him I wanted to go after this card, he said, definitely go after an 8. Don't try to get a 7. Go after, there's enough of them out there. Get a PSA 8 that's well centered. And I did, and I just love this copy. I did take my time, because not all PSA 8s, even in the Rickey Henderson, are the same. And while it may not be perfectly centered, it's darn close. And the other thing is, if you notice in a lot of the Rickey Hendersons, either the yellow pennant there for the outfield or the A's suffer from some fish eyes. And I found this copy that it's free of any of the fish eyes. Solid color. You can see maybe there's one in the black, but it is so small. Right there where my thumb is. That didn't bother me. So all in all, a great looking PSA 8 copy. And here is the back. And we're going to finish it off. The 20th card that I have from the Registry set is, of course, my Wade Boggs Topps rookie card in a PSA 9. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna get. It'd be nice someday to own a PSA 10. When these PSA 10s show up, even with the fluctuation in prices, I think you're probably looking at least $1,500 for a PSA 10. I love Wade Boggs, but $1,500 for his rookie card just to say I have it in a 10. I think I could put that $1,500 to even a game used item of Wade Boggs than a Topps rookie card. But at any rate, there's my PSA 9 copy. So there you go, the 20 cards. I know other collectors, I'm sure they're probably at, Mike Baseball Collector, maybe Chris from Missouri, are probably 75% or more, probably even maybe closer to 90% in completing this PSA Registry set. But here are my 20 that I have. Again, if I were to take the time, I do have some of the other rookie cards on that list from the 80s and 90s. Just, I'd have to send them into PSA to get graded. I don't know. My copies probably aren't the best, so some of them may even come back 6s or 7s for all I know. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Maybe if I get further on the vintage side, then I may decide to fill in the rest with some of the more modern rookies. We'll see. I think when I checked the ranking, I'm like 530th on the list, so I'm way down there. But again, hope you enjoyed seeing the 20 that I do have on the PSA post-war Hall of Fame rookie card set registry. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.